What's up, Pisces? Oh boy, you're in the zone. While you still moving around like you're not. That's weird. In and out at the same time. What's up, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising? I am Solo 69 and welcome to my channel. Pisces, I'm here to bring you your November 2025 monthly reading. I feel like I'm yelling. And that's because I be wearing these damn headphones. So take them down and I'm not yelling. You know, it's funny that we got control over when we start the videos, but it's weird how it plays out because, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that feel this way. Like you start the video, but it's still stuff, but you being pushed to start regardless, even though you know that you're not really fully 100% ready. This is almost like it's on your time, but at the same time, it's not. So I don't know. Now, Zeke, I just thought. How you gonna wait until I start doing this and then you wanna go play? Boy, if you don't go somewhere. For real, get your ball and go somewhere out my room. I don't wanna close my door, so don't do that. Pisces, I'm here to bring you, once again, your November 2025 monthly reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, or wherever this falls into your chart. This reading here may not resonate for you, may not resonate for a lot of people. I feel like these readings this month is going to be, I don't know. I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to go with it. I really don't want to hold you no more than what I've already held. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading, Pisces. I've already shuffled these cards. The only thing I have not done is cut the cards, so I will be cutting on the way through. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, and understanding. This is for the zodiac's Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The atmosphere, the energy of Pisces, man. Let's go. So I'm speaking to some descendants, some archangel descendants. Some archangel descendants. Not just regular archangel. Okay. Yeah, Nephilim. Okay, so this is negative energies, Nephilims, especially in reverse. Okay, so archangels. And we got Nephilims in reverse. And descendants of archangels. Nephilims. Okay, let's go. Let's get the overall message, please, for Pisces for November 2025. This may not even have anything, because I feel like this ain't even about us at this point. And it's not. But it is. But Pisces energy. We got the Ascendant Master here coming forward. Victory and richness here of expression is stepping forward. Power of spoken word is here. All right, now this is speaking over a fallen angel. So I don't know what's happening, but what we're finna see. All right, so we have the Ascendant Master Ardal standing forward. Yo, this is the father. This is... Okay. I'm not even finna try to see it fit to try to help anybody understand what I'm about to go into. So I'm not even gonna focus on the chat. I'm not focusing on what nobody say. My focus is getting this message out. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is a companionship, a relationship with God, a relationship with the Most High Father, the one who forms and changes form out of nothing, from something, nothing to something. This is not magic. This is not magician energy. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, and understanding. For Pisces, for November 2025, overall message. Okay. Water. Water is very significant. This water right here has no fat, no sodium, no carbs, no protein, but it has 33 milligrams of 4% calcium. Calcified water. Something real significant about what we putting in our bodies. I know sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. So I'm talking to the ones that, all of us, the ones that gotta do what you gotta do as well. Still, pray over what you eat. Give grace to it. The dream that I had a long time ago about that huge tunnel, and all those people was going one way and I was going the other way, and I was trying to stop them, and they looked like they was paralyzed going one direction, and I kept saying, you're going the wrong way, you're going the wrong way. But nobody was paying attention. Something is backwards. It's meant to be the other direction here. This isn't the tree of knowledge stepping forward. Somebody being caught. Man, this is deep. Actions, performance, and what you decide to abstain, and how you make agreements. This is like accepting the call to gain real knowledge, real understanding. This is like actions. This is stepping into it, not just speaking about it. This is not just and this is standing firm in it. Being called to a higher meaning, Pisces energy. You belong with water. but it's about the intake maybe. And this has got a lot to do with emotional intake. This got a lot to do with nourishment. This got a lot to do with, I don't know, it's gravity. Living in water, above water and below and above and below. Okay, the ocean. I don't know, Pisces, but the ocean. And you know they say that it's like sand and it's like a different like say it's air, you can breathe. It's like they get up and it's land in the water. It's like a bubble. Inside the bubble there's air bubbles. There's a promise here that's important for you. Thank you for your wisdom, guidance, and understanding. This promise is an agreement that is something about you're placed here to do. Thank you for your wisdom, guidance, and understanding. This is to bring harmony into a situation, or bringing people together, or bringing something together, unifying something. Excuse me. But at the same, it's something about you being in the field, but not like playing the game, but it's you in the field, but you woke to the game. Look at the warrior. That's you. This is some tough ass energy that I'm finna step into. Take it how you choose. Show me the overall message for Pisces, please. You have a purpose that it's time for you to fulfill. Being on one accord is important. And this is giving me with you, with yourself. You can't be out of body with yourself, Pisces. You know, you got two fishes. But they need to be on one accord. Aligned. Even though, you know those loops like this, chains, like a chain. But, you know, a Pisces going around each other, but it's something about them coming into shadow with each other. There's an alignment here. You could be dealing with the Gemini. You could have Gemini in your chart. You could be dealing with the Taurus, or you can have Taurus in your chart. This Taurus is a key. There's a key here with this Taurus energy. You could also be, well, dealing, okay. There could be someone pregnant, or there could be someone that, I mean, something that's about to get ready to hatch, something in the incubator, something that's still cooking, or something that's still formulating. You could be, it's something about your finishing touch, but it's something about this Gemini energy. Aquarius energy is stepping forward as well. is Virgo. It's something, it's about holding on to something, but knowing when to let it go or when to not. It's like a grip. It's kind of like, imagine a child on a bicycle and you're trying to teach them how to get off of their training wheels. I know that this is, like I say, this message ain't going to be for everybody. But imagine that, that you're on some, you're trying to make sure that, teach them, but you don't really want them to fall, because even though they got all the gear, all the safety equipment on, you just, as a parent, you don't want them to fall until you know for a fact, that they can handle it, the fall. But you don't want to see your child fall. So it's like you got your hand on the back of the wheel, and it's kind of like it's time to let it go, or something is being like released, and it's like it's a grip. It's not a bad let go. This could be, you could be dealing with a Virgo with this energy here. Somebody could have a mole or a beauty mark or even a scar on their hand, but this could be closer to the pinky, maybe. This could even be a tattoo. I'm seeing it more on the inside of the hand, though. That's why it's giving me more scar or mark, like beauty mark or mole. Like something that came maybe natural, or like you cut yourself. Or there's a bruise or a burn mark or something. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, and understanding for Pisces. Okay. Libra. Energy, you could be dealing with the Libra, or you could have Libra in your chart, or this is just about you paying close attention here to the keys. There's keys. You ever opened your mind and was made to close it? You know, there's a big ass screw up here. There's a sinking boat. And it's like, you know, imagine being in a prison and then, something outside takes place and you can't get out the prison. But the guards are gone, the ain't nobody there to let you out, nothing like that. Everybody's gone. Can you imagine that type of shit? What if you were stuck in a prison that you didn't ask to be stuck in, that you didn't commit a crime to be in? But what if you did commit the crime, but the crime was from a past life? Now, this is for somebody specific. This is giving me, I don't know, take it how you choose, but somebody committed a crime in a past life. This is giving me like a earthly prison, a bound prison in this life, being placed almost like Tartarus, but not maybe in that format. I think I'm saying that right. That like prison and hell. And they think hell is the prison. But this is like the energy of saying being reincarnated into a prison, but that you think it's like not. But it's like you going through cycles of what you, not reliving something, but the things that you admired more than the next, the things that was taken from you, the things, I don't know, this is a different energy. But this is given imprisonated with this. And it's trapped. It's blocked off from really seeing something on the other side. It's a prison. But it's not, it's like karma in a way. You know, I know I haven't said this in every reading, so I'm going to say it in this one. In school, I learned about, contracts and documents. And one of those contracts read, one of those example contracts read to the edge of the universe. All the way. I forgot. It's been a while, so I forgot exactly what was said, but it was almost like your rights was given up and you wouldn't get them back until the end of time. Like the end of the universe type stuff, And the funny thing about that is like, I questioned that, I'm kind of repeating something while it's fresh too. I questioned that to my instructor, like, why does it say the universe? That's out of, that's out of bounds. We on Earth. What we doing? And he really didn't have an answer, He really didn't have an answer for it. But I ended up having I guess you could say a dream out-of-body experience. I don't know. I was at my daughter's house at the time. I even talked to y'all about it. On here, I got a video about it because it felt like a dream, but I know it wasn't a dream. Move, Zeke. Move, Zeke. I'm finna put you out because you interrupted me. I ain't got time. I know why you want to go outside. You ain't got to use the bathroom. We were just outside. You can kill that noise. Sir. Anyway, I don't want to get off track. But basically, that whatever that happened with me, I was really tired. And I noticed that these things happen and I get extremely like a tiredness to where I can't stay woke to think, out of nowhere. I just gotta, I don't know. People used to think I could just fall asleep anywhere, but I felt like something else was knocking me out. It wouldn't, I don't know. But at that time I felt like a portal because I ended up at a college. And I was me, but I was like 19, 20 years old, and I remember trying to explain to the girl that was in my college room that's me on my YouTube channel. These are my kids and da 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 da. And I was like, those are my hands. And she was like, no, those hands are old. and she was like, they look the same, but this tattoo wasn't there. It was like they looked younger. And I showed her my children. I showed her my videos. And she was like, yeah, it look like you, but that's an older person. No, that's not you. And I was like, that's me, And it made me think the fact that I could show my music to her. and it was still my music, but it was me. And I was like 19, 20 years old at a college. But I'm showing her my shit that I'm doing on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course that universe shit popped right back up in the contract thing after I talked to my daughter about the situation and how that shit played out. And once I calmed down and got to thinking about stuff, I was like, I wonder if that's why, you know, because I know, you know, the experience that I had, I was sober. I was actually in a very good mental state for position, you know what I'm saying? I was, you know, pretty much glowing with my daughter. She was glowing, you know, and I was right there beaming with her, you know, feeding her, so she was pregnant. So shit, it was a different ball game, but it just came out of nowhere. And so it's giving me that same energy, almost like it's, imagine being in a prison, but you choose to be there, but only because you're under hypnosis. But this right here is a sinking ship, and this is like that I'm picking up on, almost like being imprisonated and abandoned, and you don't even know that you imprisonated to be abandoned. Picking up on the movie, I forgot the name of it. Fuck. But I know that it was like the Village. I think it was called The Village. Let's keep going. I think it was called The Village. And it was like in the movie they didn't know, they thought that literally they was all that they were. And then it was like one time, I don't know, somebody was they was gaining curiosity on where stuff was coming from or something. I don't know, but they ended up, they was told not to go in some woods or something, and they ended up going in the woods and finding out it was a gate, and the gate had a freeway. It was a freeway on the other side of the gate, and they realized that it was other people living outside the gate. This is like, say, Antarctica, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I don't know, like, say, the gate. People on the other side of the gate. No. Anyway, let's keep going. Sorry, y'all, but I'm gonna take it wherever it needs me to go. Argatha. My bad. Argarthians. Memories about Atlantis. Experience dreams about descending into Earth, understanding deep layers of stuff. But it's almost like aborting. This is giving instinct energy of something that's not supposed to ever go extinct. I just spoke about the damn land in between the bubble in the ocean, the waters, you know, like the as above, so below. What's in between? This is a fairy realm. It's realms. Precious value. You know, the true trees kept a rhythm. It kept a frequency. It also it's almost like, you know, on Avatar, the trees is something about like you cutting the trees, you cutting the root of you as well. It started with knocking down things that was supposed to be. Look, ghost. That was supposed to stay alive. Look, like cypress redwood, you know, these trees, giant great trees. This is to kill, this is, I don't know, to kill off something. 3D, 3D, 3D. It ain't what it is, it's what we can make it out to be. It's giving perception. Longevity. This is aborting longevity, the true longevity. Well, you know, it ain't no reason to say we've been. It's one of them crazy things, man. To say we've been attacked. We've been attacked. We under attack. We under attack. We've been attacked long ago and imprisoned until we figure it out and learn to trust our souls that have been lost. Okay. That's what this ascended master Adal is on right now. The father, the ninth master. Promoting understanding. Because we've been aborting the longevity. Feeding it to a dragon, the root chakra. Look. Feeding it to a dragon that's been flipping it out. And it's like distorting everything all the way down to the natural. Well, we already know the natural sources. Hmm. But this is like killing the tree, the knowledge that's within you as well. Once again, cut it from the root, sever it from the root, then it's took from your brain. It's almost like a DNA piece that's missing because it's been severed. It's part of you. It's something about the trees that goes back significant with this, and being in touch with even the trees that's been replanted, even if they real or fake at this point. And I'm saying that because, you know, if you know, you know. And for real, real. If you know, you know. I don't know why I just seen the tree get up and walk over here. And then, you know, if you know, you know. Oh, sorry, y'all. That was funny. The tree is really showing out low key. That was funny to me. They knew how to move on their own. That's why they have to be cut. What you talking about? You didn't need to cut nothing down and replant nothing nowhere. It was naturally. If it needed to, it needed. If this soil, it moved. It moved on its own. This got me somewhere else. This is funny. Fork in the road. Whoo! Caught up in the lust of the world. Being, you know, consumed, you know, feeding everything to the dragon. This is finally being at a position like, what are you gonna do? Pisces, this is a deep ass reading. Because this is not about, like I say, this is not giving me, it's about Pisces, the sign. Pisces, the, you know, where your birthday is. Pisces, that person over there. You got Pisces in you. No, it's the Pisces within you. What are you going to do, Pisces? Because now you're at a fork in the road about what you like you're feeding something to this dragon. Are you going to continue to do it? It's giving nutrients for real being taken, almost like a parasite. You can call it a person. You can call it the one that you're standing next to, but this is deeper than that. And being caught up in lust. Ooh wee! Whoa! Caught up in lust while you playing chess with this type of energy. For real, real, man. For real, real. For real, real. It's time. It's the truth. This truth is coming. It's time to bring the truth in on the next moves. It's like, what are you gonna do? Pisces. You've been swimming around in a loop. Good, going through the good. Bad, going through the bad. Cycles. But how do we release from the cycles? How do we end the cycle? You're at a fork in the road. It's about what you do. You got the key. It's a mark. It feel like we have a mark. Like maybe whoever these readings are specifying for is marked with something. Whether this is a certain birthmark or something like that. There's a mark. I don't know. Pisces, there you go right there. Revealing. This is like trouble, trouble, trouble. The little flashy thing got to come and make you forget, but don't forget. You know, you should have been flashed so many times by now to where it shouldn't even bother you no more. Like, you know, look. I'm done, bro. I'm done. I can open the door. I open the door for you, Zeke. And you seem like you done calmed down. And I miss you. That's some real shit right here, though. Look, you got the moon right here in reverse, and the moon right here in reverse. Yo. Pisces. It's like, it's like, how many times you gonna get flashed? Are you at this point? Like, this is kind of like saying, like, tricking the people who flashy in you. Like, I don't know. So you know, Pisces, start the riot then. Bet you won't. Because that's what they want. But see, this is spiritual warfare. Just like they use secret chemicals and do other stuff under the frequencies and sound paralyze us. It's spiritual. Everything else is a put on. I put on type shit. Queen of Swords. Three of Cups. We're getting somewhere. It's almost like trying to make you, like I say, extinct before your time. This is something evergreen. And it can come back. It can be prospered again. But it's so far gone. It's like, how can it go back? But it's only because it's a spectrum of it. It's almost like saying, look, I'm finna use some shit. I'm finna go off the wall real quick. You know, just imagine, like I say, you being stuck in a little prison, and then all of a sudden you're seeing, you know, this 3-1 Atlas coming in, and all this shit that they saying around this, whether it's true or false, I don't care about what the media say, because at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't know. I may not understand every truth that I'm seeing when I see it, but hey. To me, validation is what the media do on my end. But just imagine, you got these, they're coming in, you thinking they're coming in spaceships from a different solar system, and all of this is coming in, still part of the planet. You just been locked away. You just been locked away in a cell. It made it seem like home. And all you know, and then went to school and grew and traveled and seen the world. Whether you have or not, you know, that's all you thought was out there type shit. And the other shit, spaceships, alien beings, all that weird shit that's coming and going here, flying over and seeing you and leaving and all this other stuff. I mean, I'm just saying. Is anybody catching what I'm putting down or no? I'm just... You get hit with the flashy thing. Yo. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a loop. Even when you think that you haven't seen it all. Recycle. Then they put prisons in the prisons, you know what I'm saying? Add more prisons, elevate the prisons while they collect, you know? And it goes to it's something within you. All of this I said earlier, but I don't know. It was hard to get it out. Literally, but I said it. But I might have broke it down in another way. But this is it. What's happening here? Because it's like no matter whatever, how many times somebody try to erase your memory, you're going to get it. Spec. And I'm going to tell you, soon, every time, it don't matter. This ain't going to get no views. I already know how my readings do. But this ain't really finna get shit. This ain't finna get nobody looking at this one. You know why? Because I'm telling you, everybody ain't finna understand it. Enchanted do. I'm pretty sure she will. Come on, Pisces, tell me more. Let's get more into your message. Dig deep. It's giving me like, because you expose, because this is almost like somebody's ringing an alarm and sounding an alarm and how shit happened to them. You know, you gotta be quiet, but it's a game. That shit is a game. It's codes. Picking up on codes. We have a fallen master. And this person plays with magic. So, take this how you choose. You know, I said the ninth master is looked at as the supreme. That's like, you know, Ardal is looked at as, ascended master is looked at as the supreme master, the ninth. He's considered the ninth master, but yeah, my master number 9. Then we got master number 3. And this ain't, you know, I don't even know if this is somebody who want to hold themselves accountable as a master or can't hold themselves accountable as a master. This is giving a wannabe energy. And I'm picking up on like a clone or either like a, and I'm not talking about with you, Pisces, like you dealing with a bullshit person. We own it. I'm somewhere out there, y'all. I'm telling you right now, my shit is spaceship and I'm gone. I'm not on this 3D talk with this reading. So if that's what you're on, this message is not for you. Period. I ain't even finna hold you. This is given of a great deception or a deceiver. I don't know. It's giving me a fallen brother, sibling, or person who put in the same unified group. Just like there's children of men, children, star seeds, you know, children of the sun. Then you have our leaders, the masters, and you have the arcs, and you have there's levels to these rhythms here. But it's giving families as well. It's not, I don't know. Ranks, yeah, but families, yeah. It could be why they have on this 3D, why they have gangs and cults and stuff like that, you know? Because on the other side of the veil, it's it's ranks, you know, and so they do it on a 3D version too, living it out. Even if they're doing it behind closed doors. This is a deceiver or someone who brings deception, and the internet is extremely a big part of it. Media. I said this the other night, thinking that I was like, I told you, God been having me in mind. But the other night, I was like just sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'm thinking an American Gods was popping up, and I ain't even watching. I'm just sitting in the dark, low key. I ain't gonna even front. Well, I ain't gonna say the dark, but you know, I ain't had a TV on. I ain't had a TV on, but you know, I was sitting there, and it was like media. The stuff over here, the stuff that's being thrown, so you finna have things, the truth and lies being thrown at one, but where's the best place to put it? And the first thing that crossed my mind was that the part of American Gods where media was out there like, dang, internet, she was glittering. She had glitter balls and all types of shit, just fucking it up, you know? And it's like deception. And we got right here with Uranus, the ascended master. It says holds the key to all hidden magic, creator of the house of the dead, binding the souls of the children of men. .com, www.com. You know, they say, I know that means something else probably, but it also means children of men. You know, and it says sending the darkness, binding the souls, force director of negative to the children of men. But this is not even someone, look, I didn't even see that. I ain't even see you. So we got Chronos in reverse. I'm telling you, great deception, great deceiver. This is what this is giving. Even Chronos, father of the gods, cruel father, also known, swallowed his children, because of a prophecy. Gaia's youngest and strongest son, which, guys, sliced off his father's gentle, okay, fell in the sea. Okay, we ain't gonna go into all that. But Chronos, in reverse. And then you got Uranus that's like falsely giving me false energy as well, because that way that went off the table. But Chronos, this is somebody who's, for one, I feel like this is someone that's trying to change a prophecy, or change a direct order, or what's and definitely doing it by trying to flip things out. This is water is important, y'all, and that's even in that other dimension that I spoke about earlier, that I caught myself in the college dorm. Water was a scarce thing, and it was very significant in throughout that whole thing, because we at the time there was machines for water, but you would have to put money into the machines in order to get water out. And when you got the water out, it only gave you a certain amount of water, so you had to get it quickly. You know what I'm saying? It was purified water, so they say. Water was a scarce thing, in that, for some reason, while I was at the college, was fancy, nice, looked like it was very high. I mean, there was a bathroom in the there was an elevator. I thought it was an elevator, and I pushed the bitch, and I opened it up, and it was a toilet there. And I was stuck like Chuck, like the fuck. And it was, motherfuckers. I mean, this is real to me. I looked that shit up. I even got the post. I got a post of a toilet that I ended up finding, because it made me do some Googling, because I saw the shit in another dimension. And I did that shit, but it was fancier from what I saw. It was in a college dorm, but when I Googled it at the time, it was, I know my ADHD kicking in, y'all, my bad. But when I Googled it at the time, some shit, I think it was China or Japan, it was like a emergency thing that they had. I don't know if it was like a trial and error, or if it was something that they were testing or they was doing over there, but only for like emergencies. And it looked more like I took a screenshot of the shit, and I posted it it's in my post, which is long ago. It was way back, somewhere in 2023 or something. So it's hard to find, but yeah. And then, but in the dream, or this vision, or this dimension jump that I was in, it was a fancy ass toilet, bathroom, elevator, but it was like really clean. You didn't have to, I don't know, it was like the way that you didn't have to touch shit. I don't know, it was really clean, like, it was weird. Yeah. But water was significant. And also, when I got it was like, you try to run fast, you couldn't run fast. I remember, because I was trying to run from somebody, and I couldn't run fast. And my friend fell off. It's like fell down into some water, like the ground broke, and she fell into some water and said, pew! It was like speed picked up like that, like a fish in water type shit. And I was like amazed at what I saw. And I was like, she just left my ass on top of that, but I ain't gonna get into that. But this right here is a deception. This is a great deceiver energy here. That's flipping things out. Look, I ain't even see light work. This is about spreading light and love. This is about doing the opposite. They're flipping things out. Darkness. Chaos. Chronos in reverse. What's light and love in reverse? Darkness, chaos, hate, you know? And that's one of the biggest things that I always say about not just the media, but just the deception of the government versus, and it ain't just, it goes beyond the government. That's little shit to them. It's conspiracy talk, even though they know it's true, because they done said the wrong thing to somebody in the family, or the family done said the wrong thing to somebody else, and then shit done heard made it through the grapevine. Shit gets around. Eventually, somebody talks. It don't mean that these people gonna step out on the forefront. It don't mean that they're gonna take accountability for anything. They just gotta, and I hate to say it like whitewash, but they gotta whitewash it away. And this is giving just the little flashy thingy. But how many times you gonna be flashed? You know, these memories that come back to you, then you going back into your everyday struggle, or you go back into your everyday life, and these memories, they come back to you. But this person here, this chaos that they choose to bring on light workers, on light people that's bringing light to this, to the scenario, even whistleblowers, clear knowing, inner knowing, you just know. Come on now. What? Then we got King David, David the King in reverse here. This is like making sure that the word is spreaded and you know, discombobulated energy. That's what that's giving me. It's the mess up of, it's throwing a different strategy over something that's already organic. And also, I don't know, just bear with me a minute. If the earth is organic, and if the earth is you know, vibrates, frequency, alive, heartbeat, why are we destroying it anyway? We live upon that. So like that, don't that mean that we just naturally are destroying ourselves? I'm just saying, like, organism and organic sound a lot same to me. Just saying, you know. But then when things are not organic anymore, it's because, I mean, look at how we've treated things. We blindsidedly let it happen and let what didn't matter become a profit or tool to matter the most. Greed, desire. Goes right back to this intimacy in reverse. Intimate in reverse. Possession of things, what we desire and want, and while the game is being played. See that red horse? The game is being played, you know? Then on top of that, but look who we playing with, though. That's moving around a lot, though. But you know what, though? See, it's I don't know, it's clear knowing. Stop what you know already. You don't know it. You got the little flashy thing. You hit with it. I am who I am. Clear knowing who you truly are. But you get hit with the little flashy thing. Let me stop saying that shit, yo. Somebody gonna be like, shut up with the little flashy thing. Well, shit. And I just spoke about the little flashy thing a couple of times, but and some people don't want you to remember certain things, but it's a process of what's greater that don't want you to remember you. And when I say you, I'm not talking about what you know of. That inner child before you knew that a doctor was a doctor, before you knew a hairstylist was a hairstylist, a singer was a singer, before you knew, but you just felt it. You just felt what you felt. The inner child, that part, they entrap it, but they can't erase it. And they use it as a damage tool towards us. And we run with that shit. We run right on it. We use it and help it dictate the whole situation. And we keep ourselves just as trapped as they allow us to be. That's why we see I see the Eight of Swords a lot. Because we only trapped as much as we really, truly are allowing us to be. Angels are like waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like, free yourself. But this is not no... Oof. Boy, it's a different type of ball game. This ain't no go and, and it's kind of like, how do you free yourself without taking yourself out the game? Because taking yourself out the game, it goes down. It's a downward spiral that eventually, or either you even feel like the movie Fallen. Like that movie, when he felt like he was going to outsmart the trickster, but he still lost. So how do you defeat it without removing yourself physically from it, or being taken out by somebody else, or even a minion that's sent, spiritually towards you to relieve you or remove you before something comes out, or to corrupt you and put all the fancy things back in your face to where you just don't think about that. It's a distraction. Entice. Because of knowing is here, but there's a deceiver. Oops. That's a lot. Do I take it? I'm going to take it. Because we got a definite transformation. This is, oh my God. Okay, so a while back when I did a reading, I spoke about how when, like, say for instance, it was something that comes into the earth, at whatever this is, that was coming for their child or, kid. They were coming through once they hit through the earth atmosphere, they were going to change almost as though they looked human. They didn't, it's given, don't be afraid. So I already know they're going to be afraid. So I'm not even going to play with them. I'm not saying that's the case, but this is coming through gracefully energy. But this is a change here. There's like I'm talking about, can you imagine? I mean, okay. I know this gonna sound real far-fetched and probably dumb and oh well, fuck y'all, okay? But when I was a kid, all the way up until today, but when I was a kid, it was strong. It was real strong. I used to just think that, if I got close to the ocean and touched the water, that I would turn into a mermaid and, swim away in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And also, it was a strong connection with the moon and the water. And at the time, I didn't know that, you know, ties with the moon play with water frequencies within us and, you know, the world, you know. Um, yeah, so to this day, I still have that thought, you know. It's like a bing in the back of my brain. That's like a what if that was to happen, because still never touched the ocean, never touched that water. So, you know, what if I still was to do it, and who knows what could happen, you know what I'm saying? So that type of thought still sits with me. And I guess if I have an enchanted mindset, let me have that. Okay, let me be great in my little world, okay? But it's something about this energy of transformation. Um, there's the moon. Oh wow. So we have this great deception, or this deceiver here, that is like doing everything that they can to try to camouflage themselves and create. Uh, I'm picking up on a lot of different ass energies. I gotta be honest. And when I say that, I'm talking about like my brain is flickering. Like I see Jesus, I see Osiris, I see, you know, just different faces. Um, Almost like a confusion of who does what, or like the natural state of a person's position. And it's crazy how we really can run to these books, and ain't, you know, books are valuable. They're very valuable. But I feel like also, and I'm not finna discredit books, because if that's the case, then I discredit a lot of my learnings back in the days, because I was a bookworm, you know. um I gotta be honest though, this type of shit like this, I didn't study. I was on some other shit. I didn't get past, when it came down to going deep into studies, I didn't get past the firmament, opening and the firmament up, and me being curious about how the water, separating the water and who is us when they say us. And you know, I was questioning deep shit on that type of page, and nobody gave me the answer. So I went looking elsewhere outside of books, and life started showing me things through the veil though. But this is like a flip-flopped energy of a great deceiver that would want to step forward as though they actually, I don't know, this is like knowing that, like knowing that something is about to come and happen, and this is like keeping the stirrup. What's about to happen though? There's humans in animals. I was finna say in cats, but you know, I'm picking up on all types of animals. Monkeys, especially. Human souls. So if y'all got, you know, some people, some animals don't give off that energy. Some of them, you know, but if you really pay close to them, all of them really do. They got different personalities, just like we as individuals got. I don't know. I'm picking up on animals with humans. You know, there's human souls. Mm-hmm. Definitely this cat. Oh my God. You got a cat? Oh wow. Okay. Or a bird. This bird as well. There's a bird. There's a bird here that's got a human soul. There's a cat here with a human soul. I also saw low-key a monkey as well. There could also be like a horse. Someone could have a pet horse or, love their horse, and it's got a human soul. All right, there's a dog here as well. I'm looking at animals while I'm at it. I'm just going to go ahead and call the ones that I see. Dog as well, human soul, So if you're looking at your animal extra strong one day, extra hard, like, fuck. Yeah, it's because of that. My stomach's starting to growl. I gotta get ready to end this shit pretty soon. But this is your monthly Pisces for Pisces, still going. But there's something false here when it comes down to the sun. I don't know what that's about. I don't see how anything could be false when it comes to the sun, but I don't know, maybe it's false information. It's something about the sun and the moon, but it's something about them colliding as one, like an eclipse. But I'm also picking up on some type of science. I don't know. I can't explain it that well, but I'm picking up on a weird science, fucking with the sun and the moon, blending. It's a blend. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe maybe the sun and moon I'm picking up could be divine masculine, divine feminine energy. Star energy is stepping forward as well. This is about universal healing. Also, it's got a lot to do with arithmetic, numbers, calculations. Y'all, I don't like numbers. So it's a lot of science and chemistry here. Somebody's trying to write off a leader. I feel like it's this false leader. That's crazy. Because we got the lovers upright, and in the back we got the lovers in reverse. So that's twice that we done seen double energy, because we had the double moon in reverse doing the same thing. But this is different. This is a tug of war here. What's real and what's fake? And the mind is a terrible thing. It's taking me to the movie The Cell. Just being it ain't even really about being in the mind of a person like that. It's just being in anybody's mind. Your own personal universe. And what you create within that for real does matter. Because it can play a hell of a role on your life. And the tug of war between what's real and what's fake. I'm hungry. I got anything I can snack on? Like, man. Hold on. Had to grab something to snack on, y'all. So look, somebody, this is not given. This is not given that there's a strong price that's going to come out in a positive way on, I don't know. See a boat sinking once again. Somebody is trying to write off the true, a true essence, a true leader, a true something. Definitely trying to get written off. Swear this is taking me to the Prophecy 3. Still have not watched that, y'all. Oh my God. Gotta watch it with y'all. Need to get back on this movie night shit. And I think it's getting to the point now to where it's gonna be easier for me to explain certain things through the arts of the movies. For real. But this is like right before, like, dude had to fight the false god or the false leader of the earth, or I don't know what you want to call him, but they called him Imperium or something like that. It was a cheesy ass fight, you know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody really do shit, but hey, it wasn't about the fight. It was about, you know, getting to him, because it was a lot to get there, to be honest. It's crazy because it was so hard. The journey for that boy to get there to that man was crazy. I'm talking about all the way up to the last minute of him going to face with this motherfucker. But once he got face to face with the motherfucker, it was like an easy fight. It was like, his dude was weak as hell. Like, bruh, kind of like, damn. I see why it was so much to go up against to get to you, because with getting to you, you ain't even really worth the fight, you know? But you might as well take your ass on through it, because shit, I had to fight to get here. There's someone here that's meant to break the cycle, break a chain. This, I'm also picking up on American Gods on the part where Nancy. Oh. I love Nancy, y'all. That's my motherfucker. Yo. But when he broke the shackles and told them, let it burn. You already gonna die. What you gonna do? You gonna go out like a motherfucking idiot, or you go out like some warriors? You gonna go out, just go down with the ship? Or you gonna go out fighting? And when you realize that the people that you fighting ain't even worth the fight, it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz doing all the theatrical stuff. And then when you get there, this motherfucker, little bitty midget looking motherfucker behind the thing on some stairs. You like, what? You mean to tell me I just went all the way down this yellow brick road, went through this and went through that, all of this shit, and this is what I'm in front of? This false person here, God or whatever it is. Because it's definitely big, but it's little. It's made big, though. Gotta be honest. Made huge. Small as shit. Weak as fuck. But you know what? Like Rumpelstiltskin. And I'm talking about Rumpel. Not Rumpelstiltskin, but Rumpel. From Once Upon a Time, the series. When he had that dagger, you couldn't tell him shit. You couldn't tell him shit. You couldn't tell him nothing. You find out that motherfucker got that dagger, that bitch be real quiet. He be real quiet, but you know, when he get his dagger back, he'll be talking again. Somebody is like, you take the government to toys away. You take their governmental finances away. You stop giving them what they get making you give. I ain't gonna lie, I thought about that shit. Because I was like, damn, tax people pay for SNAP people, right? So y'all still taking tax out of checks. Y'all, who funding what, you know, who funding this new shit in Alabama? Huntington, Alabama, this new NASA spaceship shit. Who funding that? Y'all announced this shit right at the same time while y'all denounce something else. If you're gonna go, I ain't saying go fight shit. I know that's what they want when it come down to the 3D level. So on that other shit, y'all, with the government shutdown, I do not advise nobody to get stupid with it. I advise you to do what I asked y'all to do a long time ago when I asked y'all to vote for Kanye West, and you motherfucker looked at me like I was crazy, and I probably was for saying that, but I was thinking about going against the odds. Go against the odds. They need a reason to act a fool. They've been looking for one. They've been pushing it enough all the way to where now they got riots and shit that don't even exist happening. I said that right. Riots that don't exist happening. Fake riots. Going in fake stores. They want y'all to act up. The media dishing out left and right like glitter balls. This false entity here that's bringing this, trying to keep this cloud over this in this chaos. They right here. But once again, and I said I wasn't gonna say it no more, but I'm gonna say it one more time. How many times they gonna flash your thing in your ass before you really see it? You know you see it. Like you can't. At this point, this is like pretending that you acting like you don't see it, and you know you do, because ain't nobody. But now that we bringing it, it's almost like, bitch, we're bringing it to y'all attention that we know we see y'all. It's almost still like acting like the Illuminati ain't real. Shh, it ain't real. You mean the Illuminati? Oh, like those aliens that they be playing golf with out there. Oh, nah, that ain't real. Oh, it is real. Are you part of it? Oh, I am? Oh, type bullshit. You can know all day. You ain't got to fight against them. Just stop. I forgot which day, and I don't know, I forgot which countries do it, but there's a day, a particular day in every year that it's like a silence, a day of silence. They just stop for that day. They don't worry, no worries. No, it's like, you know, there's no, I gotta get up and go to work. It ain't preparing to take the day off to see what it is that you can do on that day off, or a day that you're taking a break. But it's literally a day of silence. It's peace. And he said you gotta sleep or watch TV, but peace of mind. It really it's countries that do that. I forgot though. Because this is like keeping us, keeping something that's, separate, that's supposed to be not like, one, coming in one. And it's a tug of war here. It's just a hell of a tug of war. And it's like a false god, a false entity. Whoever they are, they're false energy, for sure. They're false. America is here. Sorry, but not sorry. As much as I love my Eagles, they done discredit their name so many ways to me. So Ghost is here. So we got a real truth seeker, or truth teller, or someone who has a very intellectual intuition. Ooh, see. Hold on, wait. Let me keep going. let me keep going. Let me. Every time y'all get close to waking up to some shit, they gotta find ways to knock y'all back down a couple of notches. Gotta find a way to put y'all asses back to sleep. This is happening now. You getting too woke to where they can't put you to sleep, they gotta cause some type of destruction. That shit don't work, they're gonna go deeper. This is people that's got the tools to do it. This ain't no mediocre shit. Capricorn reading. I might not remember this then, but something may come out in the Capricorn reading. And I got a ways to go to get to it, unless I'm poor to do it early. Something could be significant about December the 28th. Happy birthday to the ones that's got a birthday on December the 28th, but something could be significantly taking place that can start some kind of chaos or riot. So, yeah. This could be something broadcast. Hold on. Somebody, this is like taking it to an extreme. Not trying to be funny, but low key, this is kind of like I just picked up on Kanye again. Didn't they say? I don't know. I just heard somebody say this. That Kanye again doing some crazy shit, uproar type stuff when he when he finna put out a new album or something to get people's attention or something. And this is kind of like starting a riot and nobody react. This is kind of, I don't know. I'm picking up on even false bodies. It's crazy though. Staged for sure. Boy, the world is a stage for real. This is too much. This is way too much to try to stir up some shit. But there's like a miracle that's gonna be taking place. I'm talking about the belly of the beast, but it's really the dragon. You know, it's funny how they say in the like, you know, the woman caught with the sun, you know, how she gives birth and how the dragon is right there ready to devour the child. If the what if the belly, I mean the child gets devoured, it goes into the belly. The belly of the beast. This is like this is the imprison. This is the prison. It's taking me all the way back to Tartarus for some reason. See, I would give you some more like this, but I gotta be careful because it's got jalapenos in it. The lion, the crown, the lion of Judea. The woman caught with the sun, with the moon at her feet, and she had a crown of 12 stars, was it? 13, something like that, around her head. Other planets came in and helped that come to life. I watched it for a week when it happened. This dragon is like not trying to be funny or nothing, and I ain't trying to be cliche with what I say, but they hate Jesus. You know, they hate him. And I'm saying this because it's not giving me the person Jesus. I know that sounds weird, but the power behind the Spirit, the Holy Spirit. Knowing that someone was walking in the flesh, moving in that energy. God-like energy scared them away. They hated them, hissed at them. And also, because it was only so far they could touch them. Not saying that they couldn't touch them, but you have to gain permission to be let in anytime. Ain't nothing forced. Nothing. And I'm picking this up pretty heavy, so if anybody ever say that they had a demon just entered into them and they were forced into them and they no, it's a gateway to everything. It doesn't even matter if it's in a child. It's a gateway to everything. Nobody knows what their child's soul is going through but their child. Heartbeat. You know, I was sitting there looking at my lamp last night, and I was recognizing the fact that it was moving. Like I was like, damn, like I have to have it, you know. If ain't nothing else on in this motherfucker, these lights are. These lights right here. And I was just looking at them like, Why do I feel like if when it shuts off or something, like as if the heart stops? Heartbeat. It's the power within you. A lot of strange energy. May only take a few to understand what's really going on here. It's a lot of charged up energy being charged off of fear, being charged off of stress. And then recycling the energy, throwing it back out there into the world. This is basically like, did you hear about this? Or how do you feel about that? Oh, what about this right here? And not saying whether it's good or bad, but it's recycling the energy. The matrix is strong. Hard packs with no harmony. It's, I mean, there's someone that wants, it's just, I don't know. If, if, if it can be milked, it can be milked. And to know that, I don't know. What if there is no purpose? I gotta say this. What if there is no purpose? Except to be put here to I mean, it's made wonders in relaxed comfort, comfortable, however means fit. Whether it's too hard to control, tame, or however you going with the flow of life. It's different virtues here. It's like different. I don't know. I'm not saying that like it's just different ways of looking at this. And what if in one life over here is completely like sealed off? Meanwhile, there's another one where you're able to do this and construct this. Then this one over here is normal, what we consider normal, or what we would want to consider normal. Then it's over here, you're this other being. You don't even look nowhere near like none of these other motherfuckers. Like, wait. You know, and I'm just saying, like, see it, but at the end of the day, let me just. So y'all need to understand this. Just like they say that, God has many names. How many gods or goddesses do you really think they are? But how many lifetimes have they had to come and do some work, and they came in a different body with a different name? Same spirit though. derived a legendary energy to the point to where it may have gotten lost in the space of, you know, the book archives or whatever. True and the true information is hidden in the real information. I mean, the true information is hidden and was installed within us, and it's hidden from us. And we get specks if we already done, figured it out from the what from the truth. They go ahead and put it here, there, and out there, and let us fight over that piece by piece. But the truth is already within you. It's about remembering it and not letting the little flashy thing that they keep spiking as we, continue to remove that from us. Clay. But what does clay do? And ain't that what one of the biggest things that they say we're created from? The ground, the dirt, the clay, right? Mold, molding, molding into how you want it to see fit, what fits for you and what's beneficial for you. So you can be directed by a false father, a stepfather, someone who took over. Not saying it's like, not saying it's like you ain't registering with your higher self. But I'm gonna say it like this: the movie Osmosis Jones, I think that's the name of it. The little cartoon, about the little cells and parasites and the pill that need to come put the, come put the medicine out of his misery and all that other stuff, the pimple popping and all that weird shit. Good movie though, starring Chris Rock, I want to say. That was a person, though. It was all that shit was going on inside the body. They had a whole thing going on. Don't know where the fuck they came from or how they got there. They just know they there operating and living. So I'm picking up on like a cancer. Picture you got Osmosis Jones. I can't think if I'm saying it wrong, y'all my bad, but hopefully I know what I'm talking about. Picture you got Osmosis Jones, right? I gotta do this before I flip any more cards. And, you know, it's a medicine to cure him. Old dude, the body, whoever that was, I don't think his name was Dan Aykroyd. Not really sure his name popping in my head, but I could be completely off. Let me look Google. But he took the medicine. They took the medicine to get them to, get rid of the bug or whatever it was that he was dealing with. And it was coming down to fight, and everybody was getting, yep, it was Dan Aykroyd. You gotta be kidding me! I knew that motherfucker's name. Okay. I think I'm sure. Let me see. Osmosis Jones. Yeah, yeah. What? I don't know. I ain't gonna. I know that had to be some type of energy helping me with that. Thank you. I appreciate it because bitch, I don't know these people. But just imagine that like that they was coming in to try to cure something, but then all of a sudden there's a cancer that's pretending to, that's coming into this body, and it's pretending to be the body, like the and it's like taking over, but it's really feeding off of it like a parasite. But it's I'm picking up on like a blood cancer. Say, and the reason why I'm saying that is because it's not just the organ. On the organ, it's in the vein. So that means that it will go through the system and try to shadow out the real thing that's going on, going through the roots. And now it's overshadowing the true DNA, and it's like pretend it becomes you, consumed with it or whatever like that. So it's just that's why I'm picking that up like on that type of term. Not trying to say it in a bad way for anybody, but just like to help you understand where I'm trying to go with this. Um, this is like a false father or a false host. Now that's taking taking your energy in another format. Yeah. This shit crazy. Hold on. Of course, why would they not do that to the rainbow babies? Now, if anybody has has a rainbow child on that type of term, that's what's up. For sure. This is not just no average child though. But but what I will say is this stepfather energy is like surrounding this child. This is a girl child. Doesn't have to be um anybody specific on that type of time. Remember earlier I said it's something about your child energy, child innocence, and it's something about the corruption of that. Um, feed it's going back, taking me back to the essence and how they feed off of a child's essence. But the stepfather energy is corrupting around this daughter. Reversal. Ah! Somebody is the real deal. And somebody is like a imposter. And the imposter is trying to stay on the throne while the real deal is stepping forward or stepping in. And this is not, once again, it ain't about Pisces. I'm not speaking in generally like, take it how you want to take this reading. But I feel like I'm talking to Pisces, not Pisces the person, Pisces in my chart over here. No, I feel like the roles are getting ready to reverse here. Somebody is, are you about to see something? Or it's like the more that you, let me see. Woo wee. So, okay, so it's gonna be some shit that's gonna try to come out and fuck this all the way up. Boy, the movie, I'm talking about American Gods, American Gods, American Gods. Media, that little bitch. Her and Tech Boy did not need to be fucking with each other at all. But yet they come together. They ain't gotta like each other, but they gonna get the job done together. And Tech Boy, his job is to make sure technology is kept up with. Kept up with. And media, it's her job to make sure that that shit is everywhere. Exposure, whether it's real or fake. If you trying to get over here and teach a message, they gonna shit on you. If they don't shit on you, that's because you ain't saying shit. If they don't shit on you, it's because you ain't doing shit to threaten shit. You're no threat. And I'm not saying this like individually dealing with competition. Fuck all that, man. Right now, it's a time to really be working together. But hey, I don't know. What's up? What's up? For real, though. Because while other motherfuckers were looking at each other upside the head and all this other shit, technology is expansive and media is expansive. And these two coming together. Like I say on American Gods, techno boy, a tech boy, and media, that little bitch media. Disaster waiting to happen. No matter where the fuck nobody went, hey, you all over the news, baby. Even if the shit ain't, even if you ain't never stepped foot there in your life, baby, you're there to the news. They're gonna put you where you need to be looked at how you need to be seen through their eyes. So anybody, I promise you, if it's anybody out here with a bad, and I ain't speaking on the motherfuckers that know they did wrong, man. You know what you're doing out there in them streets, whether you are a celebrity or not, whether you're known locally or not. You know your heart. You know what you got going on. So you don't need that verification from me or nobody else. You know what's up with you. But for the ones who are out here really trying to speak, whistleblowers that's not getting hurt, that's being probably made to look at like they crazy, they views even being probably dropped, or this shit over there trying to happen over here, and motherfuckers throwing hate, and the spirits all of a sudden start attacking them, and to where like different motherfuckers, hey, you can have, hey, have y'all ever, this is why I stopped watching videos for a while. Have y'all ever watched certain videos and it seemed like, you know, you can agree with it, then in the very next second, they seem like they throwing shit at you? Like, damn. So, like, are you for me or against me? What are we doing? So, let me remove myself for a minute to figure that shit out. Because I don't know what's on in harmony or in accordance. In opinion of your feelings. Here's it, because you've been watching this motherfucker. I just wanted to bite it and hear the crunch. This is almost like turning off how a person naturally feel and creating them what they need to be created into. This is straight pottery. You ever listen to a meditation, guided meditation, and it'd be like, relax, and just, you're going deeper and deeper in the left side of your kidney, and the right side of your brain, and your left knuckle. You know, this next thing you know, you mush. Like, damn. Bitch, I am the pillow. Smart woman here. You can be a male and female in feminine energy. Whoever this person is gets help from the earth. Yep. This is in the present energy too. It's like happening now. There's a messenger here that's standing on a shit, and whoever this is like of a higher authority or higher grounds, and this is giving spiritual authority. You can be, I mean, I'm not seeing a worldly leader that stands on a platform that was created for them. I'm seeing somebody who steps forward like a sheep. Someone who, you know, like, what the fuck they gonna do? How they gonna help anything? I'm hearing it. My sheep hear my voice. They come running to me. Then you say, I am your shepherd. Why aren't you following me? So we got the wolf here. Boy, I'm talking about there is a leader. I'm talking about somebody that's coming out of nowhere. And I know that the wolf, you know, we just got to talking about my sheep and shit, and then here come the wolf. Not saying that, no, but whoever this is they stand alone. And yeah, you might have to be scared sometimes, meaning you might have to fight for what's yours. But you're very witty. And it's something about bringing light to people. Healer. So, hey, we done had some real giants. And when I say giants, I'm not meaning in the Nephilim spirits and stuff like that, which comes to first things first. That was one of the first things I said. I don't know what I was finna say. Ah, Papa, she saw the honeys. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Okay. Whoever this is. That was, it's like, hey, they've been taking a lot of giants down. And when I say giants, I'm not meaning like, once again, Nephilim or anything like that. I'm talking about like ancient ones, masters. There's a false master that's like around trying to impersonate the true identity. Like, this is the cancer in a person. That's what gives me false master energy. Like whatever it is, it took root like a blood cancer in the veins, not an organ. Because, and the reason I'm going back to that is because of the movie Osmosis Jones. And then we are living organisms inside of, on a living organism that's made up of water, mostly water. And what are we made up of? Mostly of. And you know, it's kind of like formatting within, which is within, which is within. And it's like it's the little us's that can drive the bigger us's off a cliff. But is it really us? Are we letting other people do us as we would do us anyway? I know that sounds strange, but I don't know. Is it? I don't think this reading gonna be for everybody. It was a false start. How many resets they gonna do? And in the midst of those resets, how many flashy things we gonna get slapped with? Because now we just walking blindly, led astray off the little flashy shits. How many restarts we gotta go through on their wheel, on their hamster wheel? This is like just taking us off the hamster wheel, taking us out the cage and putting us in another hamster wheel in another cage, a different cage. How many resets before we understand that we've been walking blindly the whole time, led astray? Only one foot is being shown. This person is holding their balance, though. I know you didn't bring me no ball. They're holding their balance, though. I'm almost finished with this reading, y'all. Just give me a second. one foot standing though, but it's a hell of a bounce. Something is stamped. Okay, we got the Queen of Cups. Nurture, take care. You got choices that you don't got. What? What? This is kind of like you got choices, but only limited space to put them or to figure out what it is. It's like no. So you, what's free here? What is the? It's giving me where is the freedom, because it's like, so you got choices, but they're selective. You know where when and chaos. Let's go back to that. Then there came structure for obedience. But then that obedience became control. This is like realizing that you can control a minority or a majority or a certain group or a certain amount. And wow, low key, not trying to be funny, making me think about black people. Hate to say it like that, but yeah, almost like the well known, the most well known group for this, for that, for this, for that. Actually being used as a stigmata as well as like a imprisoned nation. It's a direct supply here. I really don't know what the fuck that means. You got choices, but you don't. Because everything falls in order, back to order, which is really controlled. It's like the major controls substance. Shit is weird right there to me. Sorry. I would like to clarify that some, if I can. Can I get a little bit more further clarification with that? Offering up healing. It's like your essence, offering up, but it's like everything that they give, I mean, everything that they allow you to do is exceptional for them. So it rotates. Nine of Cups in reverse. You get nothing out of it. Death in reverse. It's like lingering ghost. It's like recycling, a recycling bin. Okay. Let's close this out for Pisces. Y'all, I appreciate y'all that have been chilling with me, allowing me to bring this out. Boy, I'm talking about this media bitch. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This motherfucker is spitting it. You hear me? It's almost got me curious to watch the news. I'm not even gonna lie. It's almost got me in one of those, moments of like, well, I wonder what the news is talking about. Maybe I just need to let the TV be on the news all day one day. Not YouTube news, but just the news, and just listen to the rotation of the news. Cause I know that all news is one. You might as well you watch them one, you watch them all when it comes down to that. But I don't watch TV like that. As people would think I do. I don't. That motherfucker will play. And sometimes I do it for Zeke, but I don't even think he give a damn no more. I just want to make sure it's some noise while I'm not around or something like that, Don't feel like I'm in the house alone sometimes. Like that. I don't know, shit. It be watching everything else. I don't know. They say the TVs be, watching us. Hell, that motherfucker be watching the couch. That motherfucker, I don't know. The TV in here too, so I don't know. Maybe it's looking at me too. Shit, I don't know. Fuck it. Anyway, let's go ahead. Really wondering who watching you. While you sitting there thinking you watching the TV, who the fuck is looking at you, honey? If I ain't looking at it, I ain't gonna say, if it ain't on, one in my bedroom is unplugged. I don't use it. So, no. And it probably still watching me. Who knows these days? That's probably why, in those other readings, all of that spying and shit, watching and, yeah, through devices, tech boy, like a motherfucker. Meanwhile, media spitting all types of curves and tricks and shit out on your name and whatever it is to make you feel confident or whatever. But I feel like it's the energies. It's not, if it's people doing it, but I don't even, I wouldn't even take them personal, because it's a game. And I'm not saying that like they trying to play the game with you, compete with you. I don't know, but it's a game. So it's just the pieces that's on the board. Everybody got a purpose, though. Even if some of it is just to distract you or to try to knock you out the way. It's a distraction from waking up. And this wake up is not about who you are, like from a different life, or but what do you do once you see it and you can't go back, and you can't, the flashy thing don't work no more on you? We are not the same. I am a Martian. Fire blaze. Torch. Split it. Flatten it out. Start over. That's fucking nuts. That's nuts. That's crazy. So is this why they do resets and they climb Earth on top of Earth? Because the closer to people waking up to certain stuff and being able to turn on them, getting their ass, stop doing what they want you to do, they reset it. They hit the fucking reset button. And I've been saying this. It's funny. I've been saying this shit for a long ass time because I was even talking about the little red button, the little red motherfucking button on Fifth Element, with the monster, the little alien man didn't know what the red button did. He was curious about the red button, not knowing that he was finna blow some shit up. The reset button. Why? Curiosity killed the cat, right? The cats. Remember I spoke about the animals with human souls. This shit tying into each other some kind of way. And these human souls that's in these animals is really trying to speak up. And I don't just feel like they, animals that I'm just catching on this table. These could be in dolphins and whales and bears and cheetahs and shit. I don't know. Animals. This is to take what's ancient and make it where it doesn't no longer exist. If it no longer exists to the naked eye, eventually it'll fall out of place of history. It won't exist at all. Ain't no telling how many times history has been rewritten. And we even talked about this shit before, off and on, and just random ass readings and little specks here and there, yeah. But in this case right here, it's really like hitting home. Like, this is wipeout energy right here. This is wiping out of lineages of things that's prehistoric. This is kind of like, what if it don't exist, treat it like it never fucking existed. But even though, and this is the fucked up part about the scenario, which is weird to me, but it's like you keep, once again, it's taking me to the word whitewash. What is that word mean? I know it means something significant, but what exactly do it mean? But it's like, then they selective about what they want to put in the program to keep you distorted or enslaved or something. Whitewashed means naturally to cover up or minimize a scandal or wrongdoing, to cast a white actor in a non-white role, or in a more literal sense, to cover something in white, like a fence with paint or landscape with snow. It can also refer to a person of color, which is perceived to have assimilated into Western cover, but most likely to cover up or gloss over, to hide or minimize something that is negative, such as a scandal, crime, or a part of history, by presenting a biased or incomplete account. I rest my motherfucking case. Wipeout. How many times you gotta get flashy? You know, I'm just saying, like, still, like, oh, so the flashy thing don't work. Let's just cover up the whole stuff with new shit and like, that's why the buildings is on top of buildings, and you find this shit in the water, and not saying that like they didn't just go under by itself, but these resets are real. Meanwhile, who pushing the button? Who the fuck who the fuck resetting it? And what's happening with them? and their lineage. They keep resetting shit over here. But how? Like, is this something that they take down through their family tree, their bloodline? Are they even real people? What's happening with the reset? Who pushes the reset button here? The fuck? That's the big ass question. I would like to know who's pushing the reset button. Cause on Fifth Element, it was a dumb motherfucker, dummy dumb that was pushing it. And over here, we got somebody over here that's a wannabe, that's like a cancer. That's like it's I'm gonna have to call this energy like it's a cancer, like a blood cancer. And I'm saying that once again because it's other cancers that can they can attack organs. Now, this could be one that's attacking the organ of earth. Who knows? But it's given, right here, it's given something that's taken over, like it's wearing the skin and presenting itself as something that it's not. Straight up. That. We got King Saul. Dark king with no favor in God's eyes, rejected by God, rage inner demons. But David's music calms him. Okay, but we just saw King David coming out earlier. We also seen King David show up in reverse earlier because somebody was trying to make sure that there was no harmony putting it out. But this is also only if it benefited them. So only, it's like I can fuck with King David's shit only when it's beneficial to me. Basically, the harmony, the frequency. Because I'm not talking about the people at this time. I'm talking about the energies. And over here, we're talking about this soul energy over here that's showing up over here. And the energy of how it's been trying to collect the harmony and frequency of some things by knocking it out of pitch. I know that ain't the exact words I've been using, y'all. But if you've been working with me through this through this video, then you know what type of time I'm on, or you at least understand where I'm going with this. And so now it's like you can see that it depends at the end of the day. David's music calms him. So somewhere down the line, there's a dependable energy between the two. Even though it's trying to corrupt it, even though it's once again, it's about what we're feeding it. And right now, down here, keep in mind, we was feeding the dragon, remember? And then I spoke about being in the belly of the beast and all of that. So, yeah. Egyptian in reverse, honey. Worldly events. Something is going to be seen everywhere. Disagreement. There's a powerful sage here, and there's a trickster. It goes all the way back to what I said when I said Ardal, the ninth ascended master. And then we got Utanus in reverse, which is showing me a false ascended master. This is a false master, or someone who's fallen from their grace. And this is like, these two are here with each other. But I'm going to tell you, it's something about you paying attention to animals at this time. It's very, Pisces, this is important. Animals are showing their ass. I'm not saying follow the animals, but pay attention to the animal nature. Pay attention to the animal instinct. Pay attention to even the animal findings I'm picking up on. Animals are showing their ass. Or they will be. Stranger things is giving me. Almost like, like it's winter. Why is this over here doing this? What, how? Like, this is almost like in certain, that bears go in hibernation at a certain time. Why are they not in hibernation? Instead, they're trying to migrate. Or this is like, why is, it's not normally this type of animal that even in this atmosphere or over here in these type of conditions, but they're over here and this is where they're settling at. What's the problem here? Why, the salmon that normally do the run this way going that way? What the fuck? Where you going? Why come back? Well, what's happening here? This is about understanding the motion of something. And also I'm being told that it's a lot of things that's going to be unseen. So this is about paying attention to the climate that you're in at the time. It's a lot of shit going on, but it's a lot of shit being measured at the same damn time. Boy, this is like, I mean, not trying to be funny, but this is like being caught in the middle of watching the judge and the people who've been playing control freaks over us, but then all of a sudden they getting judged and we watching like, huh? Like, what? We've been fucked up, the hoodwinked this whole time. Yeah. It's giving that type of shit. Like they trying to figure out how to skedaddle and run and without leaving. I mean, really, we're gonna try to shit. They could be taking money from this to put it in spaceships or some shit to leave. They could be taking the food. I'm just saying, y'all. I don't know. The way this is coming out, this is kind of like, I don't know. I ain't trying to laugh at this no situations, y'all. People be serious about their food. So it ain't no laughing matter. But I gotta say this. You have to learn how to keep your vibration up about even the scariest things like that. Famine is real. And it's not the first time, that famine was created or it actually happened because it came upon the system. This is not no old, no new shit. So if for old souls, y'all should be well prepared for the ones that's already struggling with this. Get down. I gotta go back to work and I can't have you all up on me. I love you though. I'm almost finished though. You've been here long enough. Okay, I know I have. I really have. Let me get this last card out, y'all, and I'm go. But there's a lot of wisdom here. There's something about the belly, though. Some of you may need to look into your belly. I know this sounds weird when I say what I'm about to say, but it's something about your navel that could be very significant. I've even heard some people say don't even have a navel. How the hell did you, get cut in from the, placenta is the question, but it's I don't know. It's something about the belly and the navel that could be significant as well. Now, I'm not. If you got a pretty stomach, ugly stomach, that's on you, baby. I ain't judging none of that, and I really think it's irrelevant. But it's something about the navel that could be very significant here. And this is given also because keep in mind the navel does attach to our navel's attached to the placenta, and that's a food source. I remember asking a doctor what was a placenta when I was first pregnant with my son, and he said it's like the baby's Kroger's grocery store. It's where they get their food supply. So I don't know, stomachs, it's about making things last. Sometimes it's not about, holidays and around these type of times will be the best time to play with y'all minds, play with y'all emotion with that spell word. You know what I'm saying? Make you wonder how this is going to be done and how that's going to be done. I think what you don't need to do is worry about none of that. That's exactly what the worry, that all of that energy matters. Keep it to yourself. It's important that you use it for you. For who, and encourage others, even if you're not in that situation, even if you're not one of those people that's dealing with this type of circumstance, encourage them to get through it. Be a time for giving is real, right? What's the real value of these holidays that we supposedly be? I don't celebrate holidays. I stopped doing that shit years ago. Personally, me, you know what I'm saying? But I can't speak for my children. I can't speak for nobody else, and I'm not here to judge that. So I'm just saying, like, but for the most part, you know, this is one of those times to where, okay, they're making a food shortage. Okay, let's see how the world really is then. Activate some shit. Go out there and shit. Fuck it. Throw some hot dogs on the grill and send them bitches out to say happy Thanksgiving to some kids on the streets or some shit like that. You never know. It's something about coming together, activating the energy. Put it to work. How I'ma feed my family? God been making a way. Haven't can't say it ain't. Can't say it ain't so. Especially if you've been one of the people that say God make a way for you. This is the time to you utilize that energy. Understand that energy. Don't just be talking this shit. Walk this shit. Because this is knowing that change is going to come. This is knowing that, like, no more burdens, and there's a full supply here. This is knowing, like, this is believing and knowing that there's no burdens, there's a full supply here. So even if somebody want to try to, play on you in your face, this is giving, bigger than, like I say, small shit, but if you want to take it like a fry, do you. But this is like, instead of letting something play in your face, I done had people play in my face to see how, and look at me. They get it, they'll do some shit and be like, to see, like, how did you react to it? You know what I'm saying? Like, almost, it made me think of that dude that pulled up to the drive-thru and was ordering some shit, and he knew, and the dude knew who it was, and he was like, you come here with that same cheap ass cologne, bring your ass to the and he was like, I bet you didn't know this drink. You lactose intolerant. You don't drink this. Bring your ass to the window. I just clocked in. I ain't got time for this shit today. This is kind of like, when you know. And this is somebody this energy, I ain't gonna say somebody, but these energies they're playing, they it's like they do something and they want to test it real quick, but this is like running for cover while they watch to see what's gonna happen. This is the scariest shit. I'm talking about, for real. Who the fuck want to be controlled by somebody that's a wimp like this? Fuck. I'ma say it. Because, bitch, whether you seen or not seen, whether you got billions of dollars behind you, you could be a whole nother alien, bitch, from a whole nother planet. Bitch, I don't care. None of that matters at the point of you being a wimp behind the fucking scene. This is like, I can't picture no alien being like this. I don't know, man. I just can't picture, but I'm seeing the wizard from the Wizard of Oz. Him being this big crack of thunder that really was to be feared and afraid of. But then when you pull the curtain back, you realize it was a motherfucking dwarf motherfucker, and they buck-eyed and big eyes, glasses and shit, big round ass sitting there on some stairs, boogie 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 hooing and shit through a goddamn horn. Not even a real voice. They wasn't even standing on a real voice, let alone the real leg. Watching somebody act the fool to get you to act the fool. So it's up to you if you're going to act the fool when you already know what's up. I'm talking to the soul. And the soul feeds off of real food. Food for the soul. Not soul food of what we have made with all the calories and shit that tastes so good it'll give you the itis. I'm talking about the real soul food at this point. That you need to understand that you're getting through certain things. It's like manna, being given manna. You may not get what you want, but you get enough to make it. And you have what you need. So don't be greedy. Greedy is important energy. And this is a time that it's gonna really reveal the truth about some shit too. So hey, I'm gonna go ahead and end this reading though. It was an interesting session, gotta call it. I have to go back and listen to it before I title it because I don't have a clue what to name this shit. But thank y'all for chilling with me and allowing me to bring you this message. My glass has been sliding off. Like I've been literally, look, it's got I ordered my other glasses, they coming, and I'm like, I gotta see. So I'm trying to see. so yeah. And I guess maybe some these frames making me see this shit like this. I don't know, but y'all, I appreciate y'all chilling with me once again, and I look forward to another one of these meetings. All right. So please like, subscribe, and share for Pisces. Hype me up, and I'll holler at y'all later. Deuces.